channel. So today I have this makeup look for you. It's a very sort of fresh faced natural makeup look. In this I'm going to show you my sort of go-to skin makeup when I literally just don't really want to wear anything. Sometimes I wouldn't even wear this, I'd literally just wear a little bit of BB cream and powder and then I'd go out the door. With this look I'm showing you like the foundation that I'm like wearing in that, but you don't have to wear foundation if you don't want. You can just wear like BB cream, or if you have lovely perfect skin, like, you know, then just don't wear any foundation at all. So I also show you how I apply my eyelash extensions. I really like to wear these on a daily sort of basis if I'm not really doing much and I want the makeup on, but sometimes faffing about with mascara is just a little bit too much for me. So I'd rather keep these on for a few days, and yeah, I don't know if you're meant to, but I do. And I've never, like, you know, had my eye poked out by them. I shouldn't really say that, should I? But yeah, if you'd like to see how I got this makeup look, then please carry on watching. You're a bit zoomed in. Right, the only thing I have on my face right now is the Simple Kind Skin Hydrating Light Moisturiser and the Soap & Glory Puffy Eye Attack Hydrogel Turbo Boost. So these are the only things I have on my skin right at this time. What I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be just filling in my eyebrows, but I'm not going to be going like really heavy or anything. I'm going to fill them in lightly. As you can see, I do have brow hair, but my brows aren't as thick as I'd like them to be. So I just take the spoolie end from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer and I just brush through my brows. Then recently, instead of using the Dip Brow Pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills, I've been using the Benefit Browsings. And I first just take the wax and I just flick that through the back of my brow. I only use the wax on the back part, I don't use it on the front. Then I just take the powder and start flicking that upwards. As you can tell, this back part I have quite a lot to sort of fill in because there's like hair there, so I want to like underline that, if that makes sense. I just flick the excess powder through the front. Back to my spoolie and I just flick through the product at the front just so it doesn't look so harsh. Then I just like to conceal underneath my brows. I just take the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Sand, which is number 20. I got this one in America, so that's why it doesn't say like 20 on this side, whereas if you buy it in England it normally says like the number on this like end of it. And I just like to dab a bit underneath each eye. Take my little Urban Decay brush. These are literally the best brushes for like concealing underneath your brows. And I'm taking this shade as well because it's not so light as number 15. I just want it to sort of blend in, sort of thing. Take a little bit of that down onto my lid, not to prime it as we're not going to be literally like applying anything, any eyeshadow or anything, but I just want to like cancel out like the discoloration to my eyelids because as you'll be able to tell they're very dark and very sort of like veiny. And just take more concealer if you want to. I then just like to apply it onto the back of my hand instead of applying more to my eye area, just as then you might sort of build up too much. And I only use this shade when I'm like tanned because otherwise it would be too dark around my eyes if I wasn't wearing tan now. I'd just use number 15 if I was just like my normal skin colour. Then I just like to blend over any build-ups of concealer. I like to just take the little like stippling side of the brush. Just go over that to lay the product down and prevent it like from all creasing where there's like product build-up. Then I'm just taking my Stay Matte Powder by Rimmel. This is in number 004 Sandstorm and my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. And I'm literally just going to be packing that powder over that concealer just to set it in place. Like I said, we're not going to be applying any eyeshadow. I just don't want my eyelids to go like, but I just don't want them to crease throughout the day. Or you could just put like powder on your eyes if you wanted anyway, like, because sometimes if you have quite sort of oily skin, or like, you know, you're obviously sometimes your face sweats throughout the day, so you might just want to set your eyelids anyway with a little bit of powder, even if you're not wearing any makeup on them at all. But I myself would probably use like a translucent powder, then that way you won't be able to see it. But yeah, this has a shade, but the shade isn't like that dark, you can barely see it. For primers, I'm taking my Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer in the mattifying one, and the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm for the rest of my face. I'm just taking the Makeup Forever one around like my nose area, just to matte that down. Just need the tiniest amount of this. Okay, and then I'm just going to be taking this one around the rest of my face. And as I said before, this is just my favourite primer ever. As this product has glycerin in, it really helps when applying products on top of it, as it really helps those products stick to them and lock the product down in place. Also, I don't sculpt above my brows when I'm not like doing like a full face of makeup, just for the fact that I just want them to look a bit more natural and not so like harsh. Just take the extras around here, it doesn't really matter. Just pat that in until you like feel it start to feel like almost sticky. That's then when you can apply product over it. But if it still like was really like if it still feels like almost greasy, then that's when you know that you need to rub it in a bit more. I'm just gonna let that primer sink into my face a little bit more before we apply foundation. The foundation I'm going to be applying is the L'Oreal Nude Magie Cushion, and I have 2 shades here. I think this is number 11 and this is number 9, and I'm going to be taking the darkest one first, just for the fact that I think this one's going to match me better. I've just got the other one in case I need to lighten it. So you just want to open it up. This is what it looks like. Obviously, as you can tell, I've already used this. I'm just going to be taking a brush, just as some people might find this quicker. You could use a beauty blender. I might just go over the foundation with my beauty blender, but the brush that I'm going to be using is a Morphe E6. This is a flat foundation brush. This is part of their Elite collection. And yeah, I'm just going to be applying this all over my face. I've never used this brush with this foundation before, so this is like just testing it, but we'll just see how it goes. I think I prefer it with my beauty blender, so I'm just going to go dampen that. Right, I'm just applying the foundation with my beauty blender instead. Also, I think like the beauty blender packs on more coverage than the brush. I don't think you're really meant to use that foundation with a brush, hence why it comes with like a little sponge, but I just thought I'd go for it. My beauty blender needed a clean as well, so that's another reason why I didn't really want to use my beauty blender. But all you have to do really is dampen your beauty blender. You don't even have to use water. You could just use like MAC Fix Plus or any sort of like, you know, spray that you have nearby. Just going over any areas that I need more coverage. Then what I'm going to be doing, I'm just taking my concealer that we used on our eyelids. I'm just going to be applying this to the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Usually I'd like double up 2 concealers, but I literally just want the tiniest bit under my eyes just to brighten that area, taking the side that I haven't used. And just taking my Rimmel Stay Matte powder, using my Real Techniques buffing brush, just going over all of that, just to set the foundation and the concealer. Then I just like to give my skin a little bit of warmth. This is obviously optional, you don't have to do this at all. Right, so I'm just taking my Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion in 30M. It's my tripod and my camera, with my little Bobbi Brown face blender brush. Just taking this around like my cheekbone area, so just underneath, around my hairline. Blusher is obviously optional, but I just love to go in with the Natural Collection Pink Cloud Blush. This is literally like $1.99 and it's the best blush I've ever tried, really, especially if you want that nice little rosy tint to your cheeks. If your cheeks are naturally quite rosy anyway, then obviously you don't need to go in with blush, or maybe you prefer just to add a little bit more bronzer, or you could just go in with like a more peachy blush just to sort of almost neutralize the rosy tones in your cheeks. So I'm just going to be taking this blusher on my Primark powder foundation brush. I'm going to be focusing that on the back on my cheeks, and I'm almost just like bringing that forward a little bit. When I have like barely any eye makeup on, I love like the main focus to be like around like my cheeks. I love that like rosy flush. Just think it looks so like youthful and pretty. Obviously if you go in with a little bit too much, you just want to go back in with your powder brush just to blend it out. Just like to dab over it, really. I then just like to set my brows in place. I just take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel and my L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper in medium dark. Anastasia for the front part and then the L'Oreal for the back part. I like to just pull this product through the back and like drag it down. You just want to follow where your natural hairs go, really. I then just like to set all that hard work in place with the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray, and I like to just give it a quick shake and just spray it all over my skin. So this is just before I like apply any eye makeup. I would literally just go out like this as well, and I wouldn't wear any eye makeup, like any mascara or anything. Like I just sometimes like to just go out like this personally, because like I like my eyes, so I don't mind if the main focus is on my eyes. So yeah, I'm just going to spritz this all over my face. So that's the skin makeup done. I wouldn't wear any highlighter just for the fact that it's like summer and you don't really like, if you suffer with oily skin, maybe you don't want to apply highlighter. Sometimes I just like to keep my face all matte, to be honest with you. I do love highlighter, but some days I just can't be bothered with it because it makes me sometimes makes me look a bit too oily. Now moving on to the eyelash extensions. You can skip this step. You can, like I said, not wear any eye makeup. Sorry about that noise. Let me close my window. I don't know if you'll still be able to hear that noise. Sorry if you can. So you just apply a little bit of mascara if you'd like to, but I'm going to be showing you how I apply my eyelash extensions. So I'm just going to zoom you in. As you'll be able to see, I myself have very long natural lashes, but sometimes if I just don't want to wear any eye makeup, I won't, and I will literally just apply some eyelash extensions and I'm good to go. So the eyelash extensions that I'm going to be using are the Eyelure ones, and they're the Pro Lash Individual Short, Medium and Long Length, and these are the knot-free ones. Yeah, I prefer to use my own eyelash glue instead of the one that they give you, to be honest. Never tried their one, might do one day, but for now I like to use my own. So I like to use the Revlon Precision Clear Lash Adhesive. So I don't like to apply any mascara yet, I like to just apply the lashes. So what I first do is I take one of these from the row at the top, which is the short row, and I just pull it out with my tweezers. You want to make sure your tweezers are clean and there's no like mascara or eyelash glue on them. Just pull them out like so. As you can see, that's really short, and all I'm literally going to do is dot that little eyelash just at the top of it here, just that bit there. I'm just going to dot that into some glue like so. This is going to be so hard to show on camera. And all I'm going to do, place that just here. And you can also adjust like the eyelash. So say if it's poking more this way, like this one, you just want to pull it the tiniest bit like so. Just want to like knock it down with the tweezer. And then I like to do the same on the other eye, just so then like I know how many are on each eye. Want it round about the same place. Then you can just play around with it once you've got it in place. Like push it up if you need to, rotate it. I then just like to repeat this process and just apply a couple more short ones, just as this really helps sort of give your eye a little bit of lift. Back onto this eye. As you will see, I applied a little bit too much glue, but it just dries anyway, so it doesn't matter. And with eyelash extensions, I don't feel like you really have to wait for the glue to go tacky, whereas obviously with false eyelashes, the whole thing is gliding around your eye. So I don't really even wait for it to go tacky. A bit like with lashes with a thinner lash band as well, I don't really even wait that long, as long as I would like to apply a full, like a strip lash, like with a thick band. Always want to apply the lashes from the top as well. You can just sit it down and then pick it up and just adjust it to where you want it to be, really. And then that's when I start taking the medium ones, the next row, just as I like the lashes to get thicker as they like go to the end of my eye. Gives you more like a cat eye shape. So again, I just take the medium one, I do exactly the same. I just press it into the glue and then I just focus this more on the middle of my eye. This is so hard to do whilst up on camera. I hope you can see that. Medium one on the other eye. You can see where we're going with this. You want to almost leave little gaps as well. You don't want to like pile each lash on top of each other, because that's when it can start getting a bit like messy, and especially when you try and take them off, it'll be quite hard and you might end up ripping your own lashes out. So leave like little like gaps in between. As you can tell, I haven't stuck them literally like right on top of each other. My camera just doesn't want to focus today, does it? But as you can see, this little gap. So I've applied 3 medium, and you can apply more obviously later if you want to. Now I'm just going to be adding some long ones. So that's the bottom row. You can actually get ones that are like extra long as well. You just want to apply this not on the end of your eye, just about here. And you want to almost bring them lower down your eye as you get to the end of your eye, if that makes sense. Just so then it's still like lifting your eye and not closing your eye up. Like there, I've just pulled that down like lower than I did on the first one. I'm like doing it so they go down my eye instead of all standing up and then my natural lashes be like funny, if that makes any sense. And that's them applied. I just like to also push the lashes up like with my fingers, just to make sure they're all in the same place and everything. You can just coat them with mascara if you'd like to. I just tend to be honest. I'm gonna do that for the tutorial. So I just take the Jordana Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara, and I like to just take off any excess on the edge of the mascara tube. Like scrape any off and just pull that up through the lashes. Also, if you apply like loads of mascara, it's gonna like prevent the lashes from, it's gonna like kill the like longevity of the lashes, and they won't last as long, and then they'll go all clumpy and they won't look very nice. A bit like with false lashes, to be honest. For the lips, I'm just going to be taking the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Abu Dhabi. Going over my lips with this. And you can wear mascara on the bottom lashes if you want. I'm just keeping it there today, I think. To make the lips look the tiniest bit more nude, I'm literally just going to be dabbing the tiniest bit of the Jeffree Star I'm Nude liquid lipstick in the middle. I'm literally just going to be patting that in with my finger. And then I sort of feel like the lips look a bit too, I don't know, I don't really like going for matte lips recently. I don't know if you've been able to tell. I'm just going to be taking the Soap & Glory Sexy Mother Pucker Lip Gloss in Donut on top of that. Put my jumper on because I'm absolutely freezing. Okay, now this is the finished makeup look. For once in my life, I've actually done something to my hair. Sort of like waved my hair. Yeah. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Also, please let me know what you think of like the natural lighting. I've just filmed in natural lighting just for the fact that it's not too grey outside and I didn't really want to set up my ring light. I just thought with natural makeup it's better to do it in natural lighting, so then you can see like the colours and everything a little bit better and everything like that. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to, and I will see you in my next video. So thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.